Am I beautiful? Be honest with me. Hi, I'm Annie Penny Pony. I'm back, and yes, I do not have any makeup on today. I know it ain't beautiful. You probably are terrified by what you're seeing right now, but don't worry, we will cover this up eventually. So today I am going to transform myself into Sabrina Spellman from The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, who is definitely one of my absolutely favorite TV series ever. Like, I love it, and I have now watched the final episodes. I watched the final like last night and I cried, and today I'm gonna talk about this with you, work through my pain, like to say. At the same time, I'm transforming myself into Sabrina, which I have done earlier. Here's a picture of that. This was as Halloween last year, and I haven't actually done this since then, so this is gonna be very fun. I have a whole lot of makeup here. I don't really know what I'm going to use or not to use. I have so much makeup here. I'm putting up a picture. Yeah, I also have this blonde wig that I'm gonna put on, and yes, I know, it is blonde and not white as her actually hair is, but I didn't find a white wig, and I was kind of short of time, so I didn't have time to order some things from China, so it had to be a blonde wig. So this is the first season Sabrina we are transforming into. I also have this little one, which I actually have had in a couple of videos before. And I'm just doing all the makeup, and oh, here you see the dress I'm going to wear once again. This is first season Sabrina. I'm not more up to date than that. Yeah, I think it's just to begin. I don't really know what to do here, actually. I remember also in an earlier video I did on my channel saying that I will never do like any like beauty or makeup videos on this channel. And yet here we are. But I want to say that technically I see this more as cosplay and not really beauty makeup or anything. Beauty makeup, and seriously, oh my god. You see, you hear, I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to makeup. Okay, wait, I have to fix my little hair. And like, I know I am like super late with doing a video about Sabrina, but the thing is that I have been like terrified to watch the last season. Not because like, you know, that it's scary as F, more just because like I don't want it to be over. Do you know what I mean? I just don't, I can't, like now it's over and I'm having a mental breakdown over here, sorry. But I do that in pretty much every one of my videos, so it doesn't matter. Are you empty? Oh, yes. But like now when it's over, and like I know it was a little bit talk about like HBO possibly taking it up, and like, oh, I'm dying for that. Like, please HBO, please please just do it. I don't know what to do without this area. This area, like I just love it, and I think it's so unfair. Like, a series that is so good and there's so many people are like on the clear are so good doesn't get more time. Well, Riverdale still gets like keep on going, and that show, I mean, that show is having a shithole for a long time now. But Sabrina, that actually are good, that one, no, that we're not gonna keep on any longer. When I watched this, I came to think of this, like, this is so, it's so crazy, because everything that happened through all of those 4 seasons, all of this happened in the time of like 1 year. Like, like you thought you had a stressful year, huh? Like, nothing's compared. And like I have also started to like trying to understand like in which order all of this, like I love it, but like I have started to like forget like what happened when. Also, isn't it interesting, like first season took place during the autumn, and then season 2 and 3 took both place over the spring, and then the last season once again over the autumn. I mean, I guess it makes a little sense because like autumn is a scarier holiday, really. No, but it's a scarier season in general, like it gets dark and all of that. It is scarier than like spring is, because then, you know, it's spring, it's life, it's flowers, blah blah blah. And autumn, like, it's just not as that weird, and I feel like isn't it so like super many horror movies and that kind of things actually do take place at that time of year? Like, and this I have so much things that I could say about this, but right now I'm like fighting my makeup here. And then I'm losing. You're very soon gonna learn that I have zero idea what I'm doing. You probably already noticed this. Like, my interest in makeup is minimal. I'm really talking like non-existing. I tried for a while and then I just gave up and realized that it ain't gonna happen. But I think cosplay is quite fun though, so I kind of have to learn a little bit more for that. I mean, I wanted to start doing like actually cosplay and go to events and all of that. And then, you know, virus, that didn't happen, so yeah. So now we're doing it this way. And this is so empty, like, I actually thought I had a little bit more. I didn't thought it was like full or anything, but I thought it wasn't that empty. But you live and learn. Check that next time. Next time I do a video like this, I'm gonna have to buy more makeup for that. I don't know when or where, who it will be, but it will be more cosplay videos on this channel. I feel like if you like that, because I think it's super fun at least. I think it's super fun. I would like to do it to like transform myself into Barbie. I've done that before, but like I want to do it like for real, like really good. Oh yeah. Anyway, back to Sabrina. One thing I actually are like generally happy over, considered even though like it had such a sad ending and all of that, is that Sabrina and Nick actually end up together. I was worried for that. Like, I was legit like, oh my god, what's if they're not getting together again? What do we do then? What bothers me a little bit though is that we don't know if Ambrose and Prudence got back together in the end. I mean, I felt like we got a little feeling of that, but like it wasn't confirmed or anything. And I hate that. Like, I mean, they were like one of the best couples all over on this series. Like, they were just so good in season 3. They were like amazing, and I just wanted more of that. I hope that, yeah, I don't know. I would have wanted to see more of them, you know, being like a power couple in season 4. Oh, sorry, part 4. But like, you know what I mean. But that didn't happen, which I was strongly disappointed at. But yeah. What could you do? Here's the thing about makeup also though. This one here, L'Oreal True Match, I strongly do not recommend. This was like, what is even the name of those things? Put it up here. It was like the first of those I have bought, and it never was good. At least I didn't like it. And I watched it, then I watched it on like, they had commercial for it. And it was like, it's like to not actually cover anything. It's like you want makeup, but you don't want it to look like you have makeup. And I don't like that. Like, if you're gonna have makeup, at least show that you have it. I never understand the point of this like naturally makeup kind of thing. So I didn't like this one. I'm gonna now I'm gonna have to buy something new because this is empty. But I'm not gonna buy this one again. No. So there you have actually a makeup tip from someone who doesn't know a shit about makeup, so you should probably not listen to me. I actually have a friend who is a makeup artist. Crazy. Then we take a little bit of this thing. Also, if you wonder, I know how all other like beauty girls and beauty makeup, you hear, does this and like, oh, I'm linking it down below. I'm not gonna link anything because like all of this is like old makeup or like brands that actually only exist in like Sweden or something like that. So not gonna link anything. Sorry, but I really hope you didn't click in on this video for makeup. So it's mostly Sabrina. And also, one more thing that I'm a little bit like I'm not gonna say disappointed because that doesn't sound right, but like I wish they had done it differently at least. Like in this, that is Lilith storyline in the last season, because I feel like in the previous season she just been such a badass queen, and yeah, she was fucking amazingly badass in the end, definitely. But I feel like in general in this season it was like just like, come on guys, you could have done more. You could have done it better. You could have really done it better. Could have done it so much better. I mean, the majority of the things in this season I think I do like. I don't know if I ever really fully understand this, like, what did they even call it? Horror of terror. No. Put it up here. I never really fully understand it, but like I still liked it. I still thought it was a very cool idea. I liked it a little bit. Actually, I liked it better than what the story arc for season 3 was, because with season 3 I thought it was just like, oh, let's do something. Like, because like season 1 made sense, and season 2 was pretty much just a continuation of what happened in season 1, but then season 3 came and were like totally out of track. So like, so I actually like this season better than season 3. I wonder if season 3 is like that season that I liked the least. I don't know. I liked all of the seasons, so that's not it. But like, which is actually the worst or least good? Least good. That's how we should name it, because all of them is so goddamn good. Yeah. Also, they like. I mean, one thing, like, okay, we have to talk about, like, the elephant in the room. The 2 Sabrinas. Like, they could literally have named this season, like, the tale of 2 Sabrinas. Like, literally could have done it. Like, what I thought in season 3 when that ended, and, like, they would do... and they had, like, 2 Sabrinas, I thought, like, okay, they're gonna do some, like, time paradox thing. They're like, this can happen, and like one die and then the other one dies or something like that, and like they couldn't, like, because I think I have watched too much Doctor Who, or not too much, because you can never watch too much Doctor Who, but I have watched a lot of Doctor Who, and that is always like, do not mess with the timeline, do not mess with the timeline. Most important rule with time traveling, do not mess with the timeline, and Sabrina highly messed with the timeline. So I thought like this must collapse, and I mean, it kind of did, but not really in the way that I thought. I thought it would go like a little bit more like time and the traveling and that kind of things, but they didn't. Which I think, not necessarily bad, but just different, because I don't think I have ever seen like this take of mixing with the timeline before, or like having 2 Sabrinas or 2 of some character. Like, imagine like if you have seen Doctor Who, when they have like 2 doctors at the same time. That's interesting, but not really a good thing. And they always come to a conclusion that they shouldn't be like together, because like that's not good. That's not good. But in this series, they just like whatever. I feel like they just threw out all rules about time traveling that TV have made up throughout the years, and just like, we're gonna do our own thing here, which. I mean, I thought it was cool. I did. But it was very unusual. I feel like they did kind of take like a little bit like, oh, we take a little bit time traveling here, and we take a little bit magic, and then we mix it together and see what the heck happens. And because in the end of season 3, also, I feel like they kind of was going at that hall with like, oh, this ain't gonna work, you know, the world's gonna collapse, like, the world's gonna fall together, something like that. You can't have 2 Sabrinas in the same point of time at the same time, like that. And then that's not how time are supposed to work, honey. But they didn't really go there eventually. It's like, I don't know how I would have done it either, though. But I thought it was very interesting, like, we actually had 2 Sabrinas. It's also such an interesting take, just because of the fact that even though we liked Sabrina, we kind of only liked her because she was the main character. We didn't really like her because we were like, oh yeah, go girl. Perhaps a little bit in season 2, but that was pretty much it. It was pretty much all the other characters that you were like liking and voting for, but like not Sabrina. So that the end of the day that they had like 2 Sabrinas. Yeah, intense. Very shocked actually that they like, oh, let's do this, because like I feel like I don't know how much like creators of this show or any show in general listen to fans and like the fandom and what they have to say, but I feel like it must be hard for them to like completely acknowledge the fact that Sabrina wasn't particularly liked. But what do I know? I know nothing about writing a TV show, so like I shouldn't say anything. They are the experts. But I feel like it was also interesting like how they are the same person, but they are also so damn different. Like I used like this with Caliban, like we hate him, but like Sabrina Morningstar fucking loved him. She married him, like girl. Now we have Sabrina Spellman who's like, leave him in the void. Like they're such a different, they are like crazy. I look a little bit orange, do I? I look a little bit orange in reality, but I don't know if I do it in the camera. I hope not. I mean, you do not want to look like Trump. Like, I am just putting on so much right now. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just like, let's hide the fact that I have a face. Like all the makeup gurus out there. Imagine, I can hear like, see how people who know makeup is watching this and be like, what are you doing? But just imagine, just go from the thought that like I don't know shit about makeup. Just accept this. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, do you have any favorite Sabrina? Because like, as I said, like, even though they are technically like the same person, I feel like they are very different. My favorite is, I mean, probably like Sabrina Spellman, because like, even though Morningstar were like cool and like being Queen of Hell and all of that, like, you know, girl power, blah blah blah, but I feel like Sabrina Spellman was like the most, what to say, like the original almost, like how she used to be back earlier. I feel like Sabrina Morningstar were like, even though she was Sabrina, I felt like she was a little bit of a new person. Which I kind of get, like, I mean, being Queen of Hell probably changed you. Now I have to fix my hair again. Wait! Time to take the eyebrows. Did this really literally as full? Like the eyebrows now. And Sabrina has very, like, thick eyebrows, that's how you call it. She has really very big eyebrows, and personally, like, look at mine. They are non-existing. And before you like say anything, I do have eyebrows. They're just small and blonde, which is a little weird, I have to say, because like nothing else on my body is blonde. Well, the hair on my legs are kind of blonde as well, and my arms, but that's it. Like, why did my eyebrows have to be blonde? It's anyway. So now we're gonna make them dark. I think we put up this one so far, even though I mean shouldn't be using it yet, but like for the case of my eyebrows. I do like is that like, I mean having two Sabrinas, like it's also it's so weird in some way. I mean because like in not many TV series that you have like two of the same character. That's not really the most usual, unless you watch Doctor Who. But not everyone does that. You should. But what how that would be like in reality, like if you met yourself and not your clone, like you're literally yourself. Would you like that person? I mean, we can only hope. Yes, I do only have an eyebrow pen as well. Yes. Yeah, you don't have to tell me in the comments how I'm doing my makeup wrong. I know. I'm well aware of it. But you don't have to comment on it. Like I know already. What I am glad over, but I feel like sadly it didn't get enough attention in this season. And that is that Lilith finally fucking slaved Satan. I mean, she did let him live, but she like destroyed him. And I hope, like, I mean, this is only a concern if the series comes back, and then they might want to do this, but if they come back, I hope it really is like out of the picture, like not a threat any longer, because I feel like many times in Sabrina earlier, and also in general in TV series, they do this, like they're taking like the villain and like, oh, I'm not gonna kill you, I'm just gonna like torture you, and then sometimes they like somehow they like flee or like escaping or like whatever, and then they are back to being a threat. Like they could have killed like with Blackwood, they could have killed him like immediately and have it all done, but they didn't. And like, how did that work out? Huh? They should have just killed the bitch, but they didn't. And I hope, I mean, once again, this is not an issue if the series doesn't come back, but like if it does, I really hope it doesn't do this again, because I really hate Lucifer. But like, no shit, Annick. No, but I feel like that is interesting with him, because like he has these moments that he's like at least less irritating, if you say so. Like Sabrina Morningstar kind of likes him, but like I wonder also that like Sabrina hated him so much in the beginning that she was just like, okay, whatever. Girl, what? This series never makes sense. Okay, I have to look up a picture of how Sabrina's eyebrows actually looks like, because they do not look like this. Yeah, she has really fit, really like ooh. Let's see if I can kind of recreate this. I don't fucking know. Okay, I'm gonna take a little break here and like come back with when my eyebrows is done. Yeah. What do you think? Okay, so this was the result, and like this is the best I can achieve. I think it's actually quite good, actually, like believe it or not, but I think it's okay. And I know like what you're thinking, because I'm thinking myself, and yes, her eyebrows is more of like brown and mine are more black, but like I didn't have a brown eyebrow pen. I should get one, I know, but like I only had one black, so like this is the situation. Okay. Then I think we're gonna go down to the eyes, and like I don't have a clue what she has for like eyes makeup. I think she only have wearing like nitro Google Translate.
Natural.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna take only like a brownish color or something like that. I think I have some brownish color here somewhere. I have a like purple, but I don't think I'm gonna need that. Like there are so many things with this. Like it's just a mess. It's just a mess, this area. But like it's a good mess, if you know what I mean. It's a good mess. It's a mess, but you know, you appreciate the messiness of it. Did that make sense? No, probably not. One thing I have thought so much about throughout this, and like I feel like we never get like a clear answer to this. But I like with children, like what's even their names? Judas and Judith, is that her name? Judas, he's named Judas. What is it? Judy? Whatever. Like what happened to those two? Like we see them front and back throughout like this series. Also like they were originally like babies. Like they were born in the first season. And now, oh my god, it's so much going on. But I feel bad for them. Like, can we please like just fucking save them, help them, do some things? Do some things, guys. Do some things. No, but like it's seriously, those two, like I feel like when they created this here, they were a little bit like they didn't really have an idea for what they wanted to do with them, so they were like, yeah, whatever, let's like put them in there and there, so that people don't forget that they exist. I feel so bad for them. I hope they can get like a quite of a good life now afterwards. I hope so at least. I mean Blackwood can't possibly be an issue any longer. I thought about this also, like imagine like it's impossible for you to die. Like it ain't not happening. But you can still be like tortured and cut up in pieces, but you don't die. That is painful as fuck. So like yeah, actually like this would like not being immortal in this way that Blackwood is, at least like that must be more of a curse than a blessing, really. One thing I thought of though, but they never did that, but like this thing that Lilith have, this thing that can apparently kill everything, shouldn't that be able to kill Blackwood? Perhaps it is just so that they don't know that Lilith have this thing, and Lilith just don't care about Blackwood. I could be. How did also I have forgotten, but like how did it actually come to be so that Blackwood was immortal? Like I mean, remember there was some things that happened like in season 3, but like I don't remember what it was. I don't remember what it was. Oh yeah, whatever. We don't care for Blackwood anyway, right? We don't care for him. He's a piece of shit. Okay. We do not care for little Blackwood. He's a piece of shit. I also think more like I feel like in the end there were so many unanswered questions. For like example that with Judas and Judith or whatever her name is. Like what happened to them, and also like I thought about this like Mary. First of all, I hate her. Like in the beginning I felt bad for her, but like then she shot Zelda. I'm like, no, I don't fucking care for you any longer. So like, but like she was like Blackwood's like friend, I guess you can call that. Yeah. Like what is she doing now? Like what is she just? I mean, she was also the only one who was pretty much left of his little cult. I don't know. So like, what is she gonna do now? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Also, do you also hate her? Like, I really like her, and she just die. Like, seriously, Liv, you like you didn't have to bring her back to life. You didn't have to. It was completely unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. Didn't like her anyway. But also things like many other things like. And now I don't remember anything though. Also, I wonder, like I said before, like the Ambrose and like Prudence, did they get back together? Did they not? Like, I need to know, guys. I need to freaking know. I need to know. I need to know. There are absolutely no song going that way. Like, I wanna know, did they get back together or not? I hope they did, but we don't know. It's just so sad, all of it. Like, I feel like a series that was so dark. Like, in some way, like, it was so dark always. Like, you can kind of understand it would not be, like, a super happy ever after ending. I feel like that's kind of understandable. But at the same time, they didn't fucking have to kill Sabrina. Like, it was so... I cried so much. I cried so much. Like, did you cry? I cried. Oh, I got emotional to think about it. Like...
It wasn't fair.
No, but like, I just love her so much. Like, I wonder if this series would take up. Like, once again, this is only rumors, and I haven't really followed. So it might be so that they have said that it's not gonna be, and I just missed it. But like, if it isn't clear, like, wonder what that next season would be about. Because in the same way, like they killed the main character, they killed her off. Like, what more can they do? Is she and Nick is gonna fuck up the afterlife now also? Probably. Probably. Yeah, probably. Anyway. I mean, it's a bit cute that they two also got each other, but it wasn't a sad way. It wasn't a hell of a sad way. I mean, some things ended good, like for example, Lilith destroying Satan and that things, but like in my heart, like Sabrina, darling, she's dead. Like, it's too sad. It's too sad. I don't know what to do. I love to give to her. I mean, we kind of hate her from time to time, to be honest, but like, she was a girl, like our Sabrina, a girl. Now she's dead, and like it sucks so much. It's actually quite interesting that they choose to go with that. Also a little bit like, I'm thinking back to like Riverdale. In like, what was that, season 4? Yeah, season 4's Riverdale. When everyone thought that, oh, Jughead is dead. And they thought like, oh my gosh, this is how they say are gonna end, this is like the big reveal, like blah blah blah. And then he ended up not being dead anyway, so like... If I were going to do something like that with Sabrina, I would have appreciated it. Like, they just tricked everyone to think she was dead, but she actually was alive. It's super sad. And one thing that I thought of that is even like more, not more sad, but like it's super sad. Salem, honey, darling, like, man, think about it. Like in the first season we learned that if a witch or a warlock die, the familiar also can't live especially long without them. So that means that Salem also is going to die. Like this is, oh, this is too much to handle. This is too much to handle. Like I can't. I hate it. But also, I mean, it is sad, but it's also good. I mean, in the end of the day, like I feel like many other times when you watch a TV and it's so super sad, like you just crying and crying, like how could it be so? This is so unfair, and I was like that also. But in the end, now I feel like it's just, I mean, you feel a little empty, like oh, okay, so this is the end of it. This is how you're doing it. This is how you're like killing her off. Okay. So you're gonna end the series, you're gonna kill the main character, wow, okay. That's actually not very usual. How is the light in this? I don't know, anyway. It's not super usual actually that they end series that way. But like they did it. Yeah, we have to respect it. We can hate it and we can cry over it, but like, respect it, guys, respect it, be nice. And it also shows that like now this series, oh, I didn't want it to end this way. I mean, I didn't ask for like some super duper like happy ending, like they lived happily ever after, because like hi, they are witches. No, but like, I wanted something a little more sherry. Oh yeah, whatever. I keep on saying whatever, but like it's to handle the pain. Just handle the pain. That's it. That's why. Do you have any like favorite characters? Can you tell me in the comments which is your favorite characters? Because I have personally a list. I have a list, okay, and I'm gonna go through that. Even if you want it or not, I'm gonna go through that list. Okay, first of all, on third place, like Sabrina. I mean, Sabrina is like, I feel like throughout the series, you have what you feel for Sabrina, where you're going like up and down all the time. But in the end of the day, like she's just so cool and so awesome. And now I have to look at a picture of her and see if I have forgot anything with her makeup except her lips. She looks a little bit more yellow than I do in this picture, anyway. But like she is, I feel like first season Sabrina was like a bitch. Like no one liked first season Sabrina. But then season 2 Sabrina, we were like, yeah, we stand girl, we stand you. And then season 3 Sabrina was a little bit like, yuck. And then we had season 2 Sabrinas. Then we had 2 of them. And like, I feel like, I mean, she had grown by then. She had grown, and I mean, I think it's a little bit, now I'm gonna say super weird here, but like I feel like a little bit realistic. Yeah, I know, it's weird. But listen, I remember being a teenager myself. It wasn't super many years ago. I'm 19, technically I'm still 18. But I remember this time, and I would like, actually just through 1 year to another, you grew so much during that time. So it kind of, I mean, personally, like, development, it kind of makes sense, just because like she is getting older and she's also experiencing many things that like gives her more understanding of the world. Okay, and she's the queen of hell. Like she's the queen of hell. Like she shouldn't be, but like she is. She shouldn't, but she is. So like stand it. And now is the big question: which lipstick should I have? I do think oh, that didn't look good at all. No, I thought that. And then my second favorite character, Zelda. Let me explain, but first I have to put on my makeup because I can't speak and do this at the same time. I feel like the more and more I do this makeup, the more and more I realize that me and Sabrina's makeup style is actually not that different. Like, not super heavy eye makeup, a lot of lipstick, and even though I don't have these eyebrows naturally, I wish. Okay, my second favorite character, Zelda. Like, do I even have to explain it? Like, she is everything. She is a queen. I know in the beginning, the first season, there were many people who like didn't really like her, or they didn't know what to feel about it, but that is only because people are afraid of strong women. Period. No, but like she is everything, and what I like so much about her, like very much in the first season, is that she is like this power woman. She is this super strong, super confident power woman, but at the same time she have lived throughout times that is like, we don't know how old she even is, that is like so different from our own time. She kind of understands all of these things, that what actually are issues, what even is the name of it. But like I feel like she she doesn't, and that I think is this is even in reality, this is a super much a real thing, but like she doesn't question things in the way that like Sabrina does. She also don't like question everything, but like she, even though she is like this power woman, she also like understand that like certain things is just a certain way they are, and I think that is very cool and very refreshing. I hope you understand what I mean with this, because I'm not sure. In general, I just would say that she is like this power woman, this strong, cool power woman, and I don't know, I just adore her. She's everything, you know, just everything. And she's also like, you know, at the same time, she's like so strict that it's a little bit funny, you know. I like, oh, I come to think of this, like she in the second last episode of this series, when it was Sabrina Morningstar and she ended up in this alternate universe. Yeah, that was something extra. And Zelda starts to like fight Zelda. And it's like, it's so amazing and it's so cool. And the thing is that I have understand with the character of Zelda is that she pretty much always been this way. Because I didn't saw the original series, but my mom did. And when I talked to her about this, she was like, oh yeah, but you know, Zelda was this like nice and sweet character that was like friendly to everyone and blah blah blah. And then then she says, and then we have Zelda, who was complicated. And I was just like, yeah, nothing have changed. And I think that I just love that. I think she's a badass. I think that's the end of the discussion. She's just a badass, and I don't even know what I'm doing right now. She's just a freaking badass woman, and like I adore her. And she's so cool. She's just super cool. I really like that how to say it, she's so not politically correct. And I think it's lovely. I am loving it. Everything she's saying is like, it's so fun, because in like this world we're living in nowadays, that is very like politically correct and like all that, and we're gonna be so woke and all of that. And then we have Zelda, who is like just so not giving a damn. And she's saying things that is like, oh girl, that would have not been liked on Twitter. And I'm here for it. I'm like, yes, we need more of this, more of these people who like just saying what they think and just doesn't give a damn about things like politically correctness and those kind of things. Also that she just generally just don't care what people think. And I love that. We need more people like that. They're just saying what they're thinking, and then if that bothers people, then that's their problem. And I love it. I feel like we have lost it very much in society nowadays. Wow, this got political. But I feel like that is so that we have lost it, that like you're not allowed to say your opinion unless it's like what everyone else thinks. And I feel like what I love is though that we have still those characters like Zelda, and there are more examples of this, of course, that just don't give a damn. And I'm here for it. Yes, more of that. We need more of that. Ugh. Now I have to brush off this thing. This is gonna take a time. But that is okay, because then it gave us time to discuss my absolutely favorite character of all, and that is Lilith, or Madam Satan, or whatever. I think it's fun because like in the first it was like so much talk about like her being Madam Satan here and there, and then it's just like Lilith. And I love it because like Lilith, like you're Lilith, why do you have to be called anything else? Like Lilith, that's it. That's everything that's made of. And I mean, she's such a badass. Here's something, unless you didn't already know this, I'm a person who knows very little about religion and doesn't really care. But I actually known who Lilith was before, which was very thankful for me, because that saved a lot of confusing Googling. And so that was nice. But like, whoopsie doopsie. I have to go and clean this hand afterwards. Also, like, look at this. And I mean, even in like the beginning, but like in the, it doesn't stand in the Bible, but whatever the name of the Jewish Bible is. We learn things about me today. We learned that I don't know makeup and I don't know religion. But like there it stands about her, and even in those, like she is like this power woman, just ruling everything, like just owning it. Like she's the mother of demons, for God's sake. She's like everything. She's everything. I feel like it's really weird that they didn't actually talk about that more in this series. But whatever. I think it's starting to look quite okay. But like, so, I mean, I just adore her, personally. I don't know what about you, but like, I adore her. Okay, so. No, but like, personally, I just think she is such a cool and badass woman. And I feel like, I mean, completely honest, she should be the Queen of Hell. And I think she kind of is now. Which like, yes, Queen, girl, yes, yes, yes. Do you hear me say yes, yes? She should be Queen of Hell. Like no one else deserves it. Like Sabrina being Queen of Hell, like Sabrina Morningstar and all that shit. Like it was okay, it was good, it was fine. But like, it's a little bit like Walmart versus Gucci. Just saying it. And now we're getting to the always so very tricky part: putting up the wig. Okay. Start off taking out this and then letting out everything. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a minute to do this. Okay, so in 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! What do you think? Fabulous, isn't it? Like if you don't have a wig and like thinking of getting one, I really recommend you getting like one of this, because otherwise I don't even think it's like possible to get a wig on. Like I don't know how to do it otherwise. But now I'm gonna put this on, and if you do wonder, yes, when I bought this, I did put it on and then threw it off and had a Hannah Montana moment. Yes, I did, and I'm not ashamed of it. Okay, I think we can just come to the conclusion that my favorite characters is like on the third place, Sabrina, second place, Zelda, and then number 1, oh damn it, number 1 we have Lilith, because like, come on, like she is, I mean she is the originally power woman. When you think about it, she is the originally power woman. And if you don't know the actual legend about Lilith, like I didn't really do him before, like I really recommend you like just reading up on it, because it's so cool. It's just everything. She's everything, guys. She's everything. Okay, so now I think I have found the right sound on this finally. That took a time, but like yeah. Once I said very low quality wig, but like I like it anyway, and it actually looks much better in camera than it does in reality, I've noticed, so that's a good thing for me. Okay, are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! Whoa, 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 whoa! Okay, I have to put on this little one, because unless this is what happens. And then you do not see all the incredibly makeup I have done. Yeah, let's just pretend it is incredible for once. I look like a blonde version of whatever that thing in the ring is called right now. Am I beautiful? Be honest with me. Okay, I'm gonna put this thing up. So in 1, 2, 3. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It took some styling, but suddenly it worked out. The thing with this is that this wig is quite small, not in the length of it, but like it's not super much hair, and personally I have a lot of hair, so it's like stacking a lot of hair under something that is not much hair is easier said than done. But it looks okay, at least in the camera, and that's what's important. I do look a little bit like Sabrina, don't I? But now comes the most important part. The dress. So, see you then. I should have freaking put on the dress before I put on the wig. Okay. See you in a minute. like.